Alright, so we need to differentiate 4x times log of x square with respect to x. So this is what we need to do. We need to differentiate the given function with respect to x. So how can we do this? We have seen here there is a product of function which is 4x times log of x square. So to find the derivative of this function, now we can use the product rule then, because we have the product of the function, right? So how can we do that? Let's assume f is equal to 4x, okay, and let's assume g is log of x square. So let's write down g is equal to log of x square. So if we have f and g, what is the product rule? The product rule says that the derivative of f times g will be f times g prime plus f prime times g, right? So if that is the case, then we need to figure out what is f prime, right, over here, and what is g prime. We also need to figure that out so that we can use that rule. So let's find f prime and also let's find g prime. Okay, what is f prime? Derivative of the 4x with respect to x will be, by using the constant multiple rule, 4 is as it is, multiply by derivative of x with respect to x, which is just 1. So 4 times 1 will be just 4. And similarly, how can we find the derivative of log of x square? That's not so straightforward, right? We have actually a formula, which is if you need to find the derivative of log to the base b of x, then the derivative will be 1 over x, right, times 1 over ln of b, right? So if that is the case, let's use this formula to try to figure out the derivative of log of x square. Okay, let's try to see this. So according to the formula, we need to know what is the base of this logarithmic function. And if you don't have anything over here, you know that this is actually 10 base, right? So that's why b is actually 10. So keep that in your mind. So with that in your mind, let's try to use the formula. Okay, so derivative of, oh, by the way, there is also another thing. You can see that here is not only x, right? We also have actually x square. That means log to this log function is composed with x square. So when it's composed with some function, then we need to use the chain rule, right? So how can we apply the chain rule? First, we need to know what is the derivative of the log, which is log to the base 10, which is just given over here. We just need to apply this rule. So let's write that down. So 1 over, now, okay, the derivative of the log to the, okay, let's first find the derivative of log to the base 10. So that might be easy for us to directly apply. So by using this formula, log of x or log to the base 10 of x, its derivative will be 1 over x times 1 over ln of, what is b here, 10, so 1 over 10. So that is the derivative of log x. So if that is the case, we can use that formula here to find the derivative of log of x square. But because of the chain rule, how can we apply? Whatever is the derivative of the log x, which is this one, we need to compose that with x square. So if that is the case, the derivative of log of x square will be 1 over, when we compose that with, when you compose this function with x square, we get 1 over x square, right? We need to replace x by x square times 1 over ln of 10. Okay, but now don't forget, because of the chain rule, we find the derivative, evaluate, and then compose with the x square. Okay, that's fine, but we also need to multiply by now the derivative of x square, which is just 2x. So if that is the case, the derivative will be, if you simplify, this one will be 2 over x times ln of 10, right? So this is your derivative of log of x square. Okay, so if that is the case, then we can just write down g prime as 2 over x times ln of 10, right? So this is what we needed to figure out. Okay, what do we have here? We have now f g, f prime, g prime, right? All of them are here. So those are the only necessary thing on our product rule. So if that is the case, then we can just go ahead and then use the formula. All right, so now this is equal to, then what is in the product rule? The product rule says that to find the derivative of this, we can now write on f, right, and then times g prime. So what is f? F is 4x, so write that down. Okay, times what is the in the formula now, next one is g prime, and then we know the g prime is over here, right? So 2 over x times ln 10. So let's write that down. So 2 over x times ln of 10, right? And then what do we have on the product rule? We have plus, so let's write that down. Okay, and what do we have now? We have f prime. Okay, so let's write that down. And what is f prime here in our case? We have figured out that is 4, so let's write that down. And on the formula we have now g, right? So and then g is log of x squared. So if that is the case, write that down, log of x squared. Okay, so this is the derivative of the given function. So if you want to rewrite this can be written as 2 times 4 is 8, so 8x over x times ln 10, right, plus 4 times log of x squared. And x we can see there is a common factor here. If you want, you can actually cancel out the common factor. When you do that, then this can be also written as 8 over ln 10 plus 4 times log of x squared, and this is the derivative of the given function. So that is your derivative.